Welcome! E aí, galera, beleza? Bem-vindo à nossa comunidade.
Welcome to our community.
It is OGC here. Today we have a new video. Today's video, we're sticking with the back to basics, and for this video, we're going to go over every single type of resource and or currency in the game. I'm going to tell you guys specifically how to obtain this currency and what to spend it on, or how to actually use it and make it impactful for your game. So one of the big things that I noticed when new players start Art of Conquest is there are so many different things to track. So just for example, there are all of these random different things up here, and what do they all mean? What do we do with all of them? So without further ado, let's jump into this video after you guys take a moment to subscribe to the channel. So the first one, and probably the biggest one, is going to be Lunari. Lunari is a currency in the game. It's the pay-to-win currency. This will allow you to get spins in the lucky wheel. Honestly, guys, unless you're spending a bunch of money, the only thing you should spend Lunari on is the lucky wheel. Now, the best way to get Lunari is you can purchase the Lunari if there's a 2x event. So for example, for the one right next to me, the 7200, if that was a 2x where you get 14,400 for $9.99, that would be a good deal. As it is right now, it's a bad deal. What you should do if you ever want to purchase Lunari is come down here into the sets and purchase sets. So when it comes to the sets, ultimately, if you're on a budget and say you're spending $25 per week, you're better off buying five $5 sets rather than a $5 set and a $20 set. You get more bang for your buck. It takes longer, but it works out. So get your Lunari through the sets unless you have the 2x multiplier. Pick the sets that you want. The number one things to avoid will be the ones that offer stats. Definitely do not get the ones that offer alchemy stones. Do not get the ones that offer like gold or something else like that. They're just not worth it for the basic resources. So let's jump into the actual basic resources. So anytime that you guys come into these menus, if you press your finger down on top of something, it will pop up and it will say something. So for example, we're going to lump these three together. We have gold, we have elixir, and we have lumber. These are the three basic resources. Lumber is very important early game because you need to constantly be building things up. Lumber is super vital. I think around like castle level like 20s or 30s, lumber, you get a big dip, whether it's between research and everything else. You can get lumber by pretty much doing anything in the game. If you attack a player, if you attack a garrison, doing dragon raids, all that fun stuff, you will get lumber, you'll get elixir, you'll get gold, you'll get plenty of that. It is plentiful in the game. The primary uses for the three basic currencies, gold, elixir, and lumber, is you get to build your castle with lumber. If you are rocking and you want to use a elixir for your ale, elixir goes into that. Gold is the primary thing which purchases troops. However, there are some troops that require lumber or elixir, but mainly it's gold. With these three, you will also need these for any type of research. So it's a good idea to have a decent amount of all three of these if you can. However, just by playing the game, doing dragon raids, all that fun stuff, you will get plenty of this. And of course, the void. The next three are the three rare currencies, I guess, or three rare basic resources. You have the crystals, you have mithril, and then you have blood diamonds. So these are primarily going to be centered around creating troops. Different troops require different rare basic resources like blood diamonds, mithril, and or the crystal, which I sometimes call amethyst. Sorry about that. You can get these through participating in events in the game, doing the dragon raids, clearing out dungeons, attacking players. These are very common to get. So the six up here, you can get all of those just by playing the game. You'll over time, assuming that you're not sieged often, you're going to accrue an insane amount of just extra resources. The big takeaway with those is if you ever run low, just attack a player and you'll get plenty. So for the next tier down, we have something called Troop Rush. Troop Rush will allow you, while you are queuing up to build a troop, it will knock off a certain amount of time. That way you can build it up faster. Same thing with the hospital. If you have troops healing up in the hospital, you can speed it up. I highly recommend hold on to all of your troop rush and don't be impatient with it. You hold on to it for a time when you actually need it, say for a serious war, or if you make a silly mistake. I'm guilty of that from time to time with sieging, and you need to resupply your army ASAP. You're fighting for the Imperium. Things that require that are like important to the game that are time sensitive. Then use your troop rush for that. There's a bunch of helpful hints with troops and queuing them up, such as building one at a time for golds, and if you do have to rush, just to save on the troop rush, because Patreon and subscription will knock off 10 minutes a piece for a total of 20. So it's a good idea to have a good stockpile of troop rush. Don't build it. I mean, don't use it unless it's super important reason. The next, we have building rush. So I still highly recommend for building rush, save this and only use this for resources. You can accrue building rush and also troop rush. You can get these through going into the void. That's probably the biggest thing that you can get these. You can also get troop rush and building rush by doing daily activities like clearing out dungeons, things like that. You can purchase, by the way, all of this stuff you can purchase from the shop, so I'm not going to mention that every time. It's not worth it. Save all of your Lunari for lucky wheels. For the building rush, highly recommend to only use this for research, and if I had to further elaborate, I would recommend only hero research. You'll get a bunch of this for free every day through Valor chests or from borrowing units, so it's a really good thing to have. Hold on to this, guys, until you get like the research position. You have decent research dragon, you move on to the tile. Save it up for when you can maximize the use of it. And we also have Tech Rush. This is the same as Building Rush, but it only works for research. So we won't get hung up on that one. Honor. Honor you guys will earn through destroying units in the game or doing wall damage or completing quests. That's the most common ways to get it. The fastest way is to attack empty walls or kill off things that permanently die, such as mechanics or skeleton troops from guard towers or players for mechanics. What you can do with honor, and the reason why honor is so important, is number one, you can switch races, and number two, you can come in and you can use the honor to buy equipment. When you buy equipment, you can then hop in and you can transmute, and boom, just like that, you get a bunch of alchemy stones. With these alchemy stones, you can create flawless gears. So honor is a super important aspect of the game. Definitely farm it when you can. Honor translates into alchemy stones. Alchemy stones are used for all of your crafting needs in your alchemy core. This stuff is just, it's so good. Ultimately, if you're just starting out, because this is a beginner's video, you'll want to make all divine equipment for your heroes. Then you'll want to start working on making flawless divines for all of your heroes. Next, we have Renown. So Renown, you can actually see on the screen different ways of getting it. You can get it through treasure hunts, the Abyssal Swamp, divine trials. You get 10 per day from loaning troops, 10 per day through defending, like having somebody attack somebody that you're defending or a tower, 10 for revenge, and 10 for buying a set. Highly recommend maximizing this every single day if you can, or find a way in which to do that. This also incentivizes buying a $5 set every day. It's one more little perk for it. What you can do with Renown is, in your alchemy core, you can hop in and you can take any item and you can hit recast, and you have a chance to kind of like take that piece of equipment and work on progressing it towards a flawless item. Highly recommend doing this for either items you cannot transmute, and the only possible way to get it to a flawless status would be through the Renown system, or only do it for the divines with the event items. On the top here where it says 1,000 out of 3,000, once that's at 3,000, your next one is guaranteed to be a flawless. So we won't get too hung up on there. We cover that in other videos. Abyssal Soulfire. You can acquire this I think through quests. You can purchase this from the Void. Do not ever buy it from the Void. Don't do it. You will, if you struggle with this at any point in time, you'll hit a point in the game where you will no longer even think about this currency because you'll earn so much of it from the Dragon Abyss, which is located inside your castle in this bottom left area. It's the first icon down there. You'll just hop in here, see all these green things. Each one has a bunch of soulfire in it. You'll accrue more soulfire than you'll know what to do with, and then you'll just be like, why do I have so much soulfire? You can use soulfire to upgrade the abilities on your dragons. Next, we have Dragon Glass. So Dragon Glass you can get through the store, Lucky Wheel. You can buy this in the Void. Definitely buy it every time in the Void. You can get this through the Abyssal or Dragon's Abyss. You can also get this through different events. So in doing dragon raids, definitely do your dragon raids. So with the Dragon Glass, what this will allow you to do is level up your dragon. This will also let you hit the next tier of upgrades for your dragon abilities. This is the Achilles heels for developing your dragon. Soulfire is plentiful. Someday you'll hit a point you will never think about soulfire again. Dragon Glass, you can never have enough. Next we have dragon coins. That's what I'm going to call this. Dragon coins. You can get these through doing dragon raids or the treasure chest event, participating in dual towers. You'll get a box where you open it up, you get a random skill. You can then take that skill, sell that skill, get dragon coins. Or if you're on Drake, there's going to be elite mobs. If you defeat them at 4 stars, which is the only way to attack elite mobs on Drake, you will earn 1 for each one. You can also get them in a variety of events. I highly recommend holding on to these. Don't just blow them as they come. These things are worth a lot. However, if you do run out of these, you can actually still purchase these for Lunari. It costs 200 Lunari for one. So if you're making dragon and you need a purple ability on it, which costs 16 of the dragon coins, that's going to be 3,200 Lunari. So it's definitely worthwhile to hold on to these. Next, we have Dragon Scrolls. So Dragon Scrolls are only available through purchase in the shop, Lucky Wheels, or the end of the season Clash of Fate chest. You have a small chance of getting these. What these allow you to do is you can roll an ability onto your dragon, and it's like one of those special abilities for each type. So Noble Blood for Azul, the External Void for the Onyx, this will do Rebirth for the green one, etc. These things are amazing. You might never need these, or sometimes you might need a lot of them. They're definitely worthwhile to hold on to. I think they're valued at 3,200 Lunari each if you purchase them from the store, so they are worth quite a bit. All this stuff with dragons, guys, I cover it extensively in other videos. Just search for OGC Dragon. Next, we have Dragon Horn. So you'll get 1 Dragon Horn. I think it's every like 4 or 5 hours. You'll naturally accrue 1. These will allow you to participate in dragon raids. 1 horn equals 1 attack on the dragons. Your goal is to get all 15 chests from the dragons every time you attack it. You can earn additional horns. They'll actually be in your inventory. I don't think I have any right now to show you. I do not. But you can get some and have them stored in your inventory and then pop them to replenish this. That's a really good thing to do for like lumber events or gold events or rare resource events. But anyways, you want to use these every day. You don't want to wait until it's 5 out of 5 because then that's just idle time. Next, we have Coliseum Pass. So these will allow you to do additional attacks in the Coliseum. For most people, this isn't a big deal, but for some people, you can stockpile up on these. Don't know why you would do that. You should just purchase them as needed with Lunari, but everybody is different. We're not going to get hung up on that one. Next, we have Skin Scrolls. So you can purchase Skin Scrolls through the sets, which I do not recommend, or you can open up your daily mithril chests and have a chance at getting a Skin Scroll. That's what I recommend doing. Hold on to these Skin Scrolls, and then you can purchase a skin of your choice, depending on the amounts. Honestly, guys, I might get some flack for this, but the only one you should consider is the Cyberpunk Mako. That's the only skin to buy with the Skin Scrolls. If you have that skin, then go look at the other ones. You're doing fantastic in the game. If you do not have the Cyberpunk Mako skin, Save up 120 of these and purchase that. Next, we have battle bits. Battle bits you earn from opening up. I don't know if it's Valor chests. You get it from the daily activity things. These will allow you to do dungeon raids in the world, such as this one. It will give you an option. You either use one of the dungeon coins or you enter it and attack it. So if you use the dungeon coin, you save a bunch of time and you control where that experience goes. Eventually, again, you're going to have so many of these, you're just going to forget about it. Next, we have the Void currency. I don't know how to pronounce this, but we get a bunch of it. You earn the Void currency every single day by entering the Void. What can you do with this Void currency? You can actually unlock different heroes from the Void. So the starting hero that you did not get at the beginning, because you have the three, you have Rufio, Avalon, and Avril. Whichever one you don't end up with, you get from the Void. So save your coins to buy that. You can get Gan, Raxius, Nora, etc., Mako from the Void. So definitely save it to purchase that. And under the stores earlier this week, we talked about what to buy here. Basically, Dragonglass and Hero EXP. That's it. Once you get Bazrik, there's some stuff in here that you can get for Bazrik as well. So that should cover the Void stuff pretty well. Next, we have Mount Scrolls. Mount Scrolls, I believe you can only get through spending money in some sense, whether it's a special deal or through the sets. Mount Scrolls will allow you to purchase a mount, just like the Hero Scrolls. But this really won't impact your gameplay too much at all, or if at all. However, what this will allow you to do is look really cool in the game. Next, we have Clash of Fate coins. So I guess they're called Badge of Bravery. We're going to call them Clash stuff. So for one full Clash set, which is a 3-piece set, I'll show you where to get those. You need 4,500 points. I highly recommend, guys, just wait until you get the 4,500 points before you purchase it. I don't know about you. I feel weird if I buy it one thing at a time. At the time of recording this video, not all Clash sets are out. I think we're still waiting for the mechanic one. However, if I had to pick one before anything else to get, I would definitely go with the Mage set. That one is just a game changer. From there, it's really up to you. Talk to people, find out what works for you. And finally, we have the challenge medal. So these are like event things. You just get extra points for participating in events. You can buy equipment. On a brand new server, this is actually pretty cool because you have a chance to get flawless items. I'll show you which one is the one that's worthwhile getting. Everything else really is not worthwhile getting with this. Or if you're on a more established server, don't be like me and waste this. Save it all because someday they'll probably implement some wicked overpowered item in there. So to use your Clash coins in the event stuff, simply go into the black market and you'll see different tabs on the side. Just go down and the second one from the bottom will open up everything that you can get for the Voids. If you click on the item, it will give you a bunch of information. You can read it, but I highly recommend starting off with Mage set for Raxius. On the very bottom, you can spend your event coins. The one that I highly recommend is going to be this middle one, the Sacred Grail chest. I think that's the only one that's really worthwhile out of this. You'll buy it, you'll get one chest item from it, and then you go to open it and you get an item. The stats on the item, which I can't pop up right now, really aren't that bad, and you have a 1 out of 3 chance to get a flawless one. Lastly, we have a couple more currencies. We have, under Dragonic, we have the Dragon Dust, which is way at the top, on the top left. Dragon Dust is used to then turn into the, whatever these are called, Dragon Crystals. Dragon Crystals can then be used in your dragon to unlock additional points in your Dragonic trees. This is just important because your dragon is so important. I think I got just about all of the different currencies in this, so hopefully that helps you out if you're just starting out. Currency in this game, there's a lot of them. It can get super confusing, but I think some key points is do not spend any Lunari to get any type of special stuff. Save all of your Lunari for the Lucky Wheel. If you need anything, such as the Dragon Dust or anything like that, you want to purchase Lunari, buy the $5 sets from the shop. Long term, that's going to give you the best bang for your buck. And save your rushes for when you actually need it, or once you have all of the bonus effects to really maximize it. And yeah, have fun with the game. Try different stuff out. So with that, guys, this is OGC. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, share, subscribe to this video. Share it in your house so that they can all figure out how to play this very confusing game. In the description of this video and all videos, we have the following things. We have the OGC Community Discord, an amazing Discord where you can go and ask a bunch of questions. We have the merch store where you can get wicked cool swagger, guaranteed to help you out for Valentine's Day. And finally, we have Patreon. So Patreon will keep me doing this. This is 100% funded through Patreon, so thank you to all of the Patreons out there. You guys make this possible. So with that, guys, I hope you have a fantastic day. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, and take care.